Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you're here. It's a pleasure having you. I hope you're having a great day. If you're new here, I'm Jimmy and I'm making it work. That's what I do. Alright guys, it's Napa tool catalog time. We just got this catalog from our local Napa store, and since we're a Napa shop, I want to go over with you guys. We're gonna have some fun. Let's do it. You want to see some variety in tools? This is where you go shopping. Let me show you guys what we got. Alright guys, let's jump into this Napa Q2 Real Deals, valid April 1st to June 30th. Let's take a look at this thing. This is a pretty thick catalog. This may take a while. I'll try to go through and point out the stuff I really notice. If you guys notice something else that you want to ask questions about, you let me know and I'll go over it with you guys. They got some pretty good deals on Milwaukee. $259 for the underbody light, which is a whole kit, battery, charger, and a light. That's a pretty good deal. They got buy two batteries. These are the M18s. Pretty nice battery. This is a 6.0. I mean, these are good batteries. And if you buy two of these batteries for 250 bucks, they'll give you the 3/8 compact impact. They'll give you the grinder with paddle switch, or they'll give you the hacksaw tool with the batteries for free. So for $259, you're getting a tool and two batteries. If you guys already have a charger, that's a good deal. Underhood light, $199. You guys might know of my my snap-on underhood light. It's over there by my cabinet. I'm going to put that up for sale. The only problem with that one is shipping it. I guess I could break it down to ship it, but pack out stuff, I'm not interested in that. I have a toolbox. They got all kinds of stuff. Lanterns, blowers, fans. If you get hot at work, you want a little fan action going, 99 bucks. Really good if you already have batteries and stuff like that. This also is, you buy a kit and they'll give you one of these for free. So you buy one of these two kits, you get that for free. That's a good deal. Wrenches. They got Craftsman wrench at Napa. Who thought you'd see that day? Full sets of wrenches and sockets, and some of this stuff's pretty good. I've seen some from just a few years ago, and it was pretty nice. It felt pretty good. You know, nothing was too crazy thin or cheap feeling. That may have changed now. Some of you guys let me know in the comments what you think about the modern Craftsman tools that are being made right now. Obviously, we all know they're Chinesium, but more so than just hating on the China stuff, I want to know, is it any good as far as value per dollar? If you buy a set of wrenches for 39 bucks, what do you expect from them to do as far as performance goes? Are they going to be worth the $39? That's the only real question I have. Napa Expo's coming. You guys want to head out, man? It's in Vegas. I mean, who doesn't want to go to Vegas, right? I mean, prostitution's legal. You can drink walking down the sidewalk. You can get into all kinds of trouble with your wife out there. Oh, don't go out there. You get in trouble. Craftsman chargers. That's actually a pretty good charger. 125 bucks, and that thing wheels around. Are you kidding me? That's not bad at all. They got Schumacher chargers that wheel around for 169. I'd probably go with the Schumacher brand myself. Battery testers, that's probably a shop tool to buy. Some mechanics like to have their own battery testers. It's not something I'd really recommend for you guys unless you're very well established. You've been doing this 10, 15 years or more. Maybe you have your own little side business you do, then you'll probably need something like this. They seem a little expensive to me. I lean towards this one. If you need a printout, obviously they start at $300. That's not too bad, but $510. I'm gonna go no. Jump boxes, they're all over the map. I actually was ripping on my Monkey Tools guy's catalog about jump boxes being $1,000, and I've seen now where they are $700, $800, $900 bucks for the 24-volt heavy-duty truck ones. So that's probably what was in that catalog. Of course, he doesn't come in anymore. I have this jump box. Highly recommend that jump box. Of course, when I bought it was like $169. It's gone up to $220. Everything's going up nowadays, so you might want to grab one of those if you need a jump box. That's not too bad. I'm sure in a few months here it's going to be 250 bucks. So power supplies, these are good. If you're going to be reflashing computers and things like that, you need a clean power supply, because what happens is the power supply puts noise in while it's charging, then it messes with the software in the computers. You actually can cause a lot of problems. You definitely need a clean charger if you're going to do that. Something for a shop to buy, probably. Very expensive. Tools. Stand lights. I'm actually thinking about getting one of these. I wouldn't mind having a stand light and selling my snap-on under hood light. I think I paid. Took his muffler off. Nice. Brum, brum. You gotta blip the throttle when you downshift in case the engine might not stay running. I used to do that stuff when I had one too. Quad pod. I kind of like this. $82. I'm not sure what comes with the stand and the light. I'm not very clear on this stuff. Oh, it says lights not included. Never mind. $82 seems expensive now. I think I paid $359 for my snap-on under hood light or something like that. But Carlisle ratchets. I have some of those. They're actually very good ratchets. I've had good luck with them so far. No problems. Some of these wrenches. Slimline wrenches, $145. I'd probably just go with the Capris. They're about half the price. Probably made by the same company. I wouldn't be surprised. Although the Capris are a little longer, and the finish looks prettier. It's hard to tell from the picture, but I stay away from these ratcheting flare nut wrenches. No. Anytime they ratchet, they're weaker and they're unreliable. I tried a couple of them. Never had any luck with them. Ratcheting wrenches, pretty good. They're competitive, a little more money than mountain or gear wrench. Screwdriver sets, great deals on all of those. The insulated screwdriver, 60 bucks. Regular 8-piece screwdriver sets starting at $35 up to about $65. That's not bad. Oh, these are Torx. $35 for the Torx. And the 8-piece screwdriver sets are $59 to $65, depending on the colors. Me personally, I like red, but a lot of guys, I also like these Napa logo ones. I'm going to try to talk to my Napa guy, see if I can get some of these to do reviews for you guys, try them out in the shop and see how they perform. I'm going to need some bit sets soon. I'm considering one of these master sets. I got to sell my Blue Point set. I think I only paid about 300 bucks for the Blue Point set. So I'm not sure if this replaces all of it or only a portion of it. I still got to do some research on that. Locking pliers, different kinds of cutters, and they got a whole variety of them. Most of them would be about half the price they are in the tool trucks. But Carlisle is pretty proud of their stuff too, so they're not inexpensive. And I don't think they make as much of their stuff as they did back in the day. They're mostly a rebrander now, I believe. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. I think I remember reading that they don't make most of their tools. Hacksaws, vices. Now, a vice is something that you don't want to cheap out on. When you get the really cheap ones, then you just end up with problems. They don't work. They don't stay tight. You hammer on things, they loosen up. Things like that. All kinds of crazy problems. But Wilton, very good. Tradesman vices, good. I mean, obviously, look at the prices. That's a dead blow kit with the vise. Okay, you get a dead blow hammer and the vise. 380 bucks. If you're not doing heavy duty stuff, that might be okay. I'd avoid the really cheap stuff, that's all. Torque wrenches. Oh, I'm getting torque wrenches. I ordered a 1/2-inch digital torque wrench. I'm looking for a 1/4-inch one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I'm not going to spend 330 bucks. I'm leaning towards a 1/4-inch. I'm leaning towards a 1/4-inch click wrench. I'm not looking at 330. I'm looking around the $50 to $100 range. I looked at Precision Instruments, and they're pretty expensive just for a click wrench. I think it was 175 bucks I looked today. Anyway, DeWalt, they sell all of DeWalt, and they sell all the gear wrench stuff. I've gotten some gear wrench stuff from Napa. Those stubby ratchets I got were from Napa. They were 59 bucks. They probably got them in here somewheres. Stubby flex head ratcheting wrench. When they add the flex head, the price goes way through the roof. I'm not sure why. Maybe because maybe that's where they fail and they have to warranty them. Extension sets. Oh, there's the stubby wrench set I bought for 59 bucks. It's up to 64 now. Pliers. Mechanics tool sets if you want something portable for working at home or keeping in the trunk of your car or pickup truck, something like that. Those are pretty good deals. Man, they sell a bunch of stuff. I'm not even a third of the way. I need to go a little faster. We're coming up on 10 minutes already. I like these knives. Super handy outdoor knife. Cuts forward and backwards. You can use these for cutting boxes without damaging the internals. You pull it backwards. It also works good for skinning. I don't know how many of you guys hunt. They sell the vessel screwdriver sets like I have. The Megadora set. I paid $85. They're $105 now. Of course, that's from Napa too. It might be a couple dollars less expensive online, But honestly, if it was $85 on Amazon or someplace like that, I'd buy it from my local Napa store for another 20 bucks. All kinds of miscellaneous clip removal tools. The hose clamp plier tools, these are pretty good, 36 bucks. The carbon scrapers, the carbide scrapers, remember I showed you those in the Mac catalog? They were $84 and it came with the blowgun. There they are, the small ones $12.99 and the large ones $17.99. So you can buy them both for 30 bucks. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about with the tool trucks. You got to be careful because Napa's usually a few dollars expensive, but they got great warranties and it's nationwide warranty like Harbor Freight and other places like that. But the Napa stuff is definitely a notch above most of what you're going to see in Harbor Freight. You got to be careful with any of these brands, obviously. Any tool you're going to buy from anybody. But Harbor Freight, you got to really be on your guard because 75% of the stuff they sell is junk. You go to Napa, at least only about 30% of the stuff they sell is junk. And you go into tool trucks, only 10% of what they sell is junk. And of course your prices are going to adjust accordingly. So you really got to know what you're doing when you're going to spend any serious amount of money. Something like this, you want some hose pinch-off pliers for heater hoses, radiator hoses, vacuum hoses. It's a great set. I have these hose pliers from Blue Point. I paid $65, I want to say, or $64. They're $32. It's the same exact tool, made by the same company, but instead of saying Blue Point on it, it says Carlisle, so it's $33. And you see they got battery tools, pullers, all kinds of stuff. I wonder if they have a puller set similar to what we saw in the Mac Flyer. Wheel hub installer set, cable clamp tools. Toolboxes. Here's where things are getting kind of crazy. Maybe I'm out of the loop on this, but this 3500 series is Carlisle's Pro Series for mechanics, professionals. 72-inch. The bottom box is $4,700. The 72-inch top is $2,200. So you're talking $7,000. Pretty expensive. If you wanted to get, oh, that's a hutch. I apologize. It's $7,000 for the bottom box and a hutch. If you want the bottom box and the top box, it's $9,000. Basically, this is the 60-inch version, I believe, looking at the length of the drawers. The 72 is going to be a little bit longer. It's going to be $9,000. That's a lot of money for a Carlisle toolbox. If you spend $9 grand on that, and someday you decide you want to sell it, you're not going to get $2,000 for it selling it. You might get $1,500. It's all speculation, but I'm telling you from my experience buying and selling things over the course of my 58 years, this is going to depreciate pretty bad. The Snap-on stuff does too, but not quite as bad as that will. So keep that in mind if you're going to buy something like this. You definitely want to look for a better deal than that. It is a lifetime transferable limited warranty, which I don't know if it's a lifetime and transferable. I don't know what part of it's limited, but super expensive to me. $9,000 for a toolbox. I paid $6,000 for my Icon box, and it's probably very similar to this. I'd have to look and see how these drawers latch. If these handle leads are what latches it, then I like that better actually. It's one of the only complaints I have with the Icon toolbox is the drawer catches or detents, and it's not like you can pull a handle to open and close the drawers. It's the only gripe I really have with the box. It's super nice other than that, and I'm getting used to it, I guess. But for the money, for the $3 grand more, I can live with the detent drawer catches. Extreme Tools, they're really expensive for their toolboxes too. Some of these setups now, by the time you get the hutch, the bottom, the locker like they're showing, and the top box, you're going to be at 15 grand. It's going to be half of what Snap-on is, but still really expensive, and it's not Snap-on, right? Tool sets, they sell socket tray, just doesn't come with any of the tools, $62. The rail sets, 31 bucks each. They don't come all three. Maybe I'm wrong about that. SA and metric socket labels. It attaches a socket. Starting at, yeah, it is the different part numbers. Yeah, so it's each $31. This is a pretty nice little tray. If you want to be a little more mobile and even your tool carts are getting a little too full of stuff, this is handy to take with you to a job. You're working on a truck, you can raise it up, you can put it over the fender while you're working on stuff. Super handy. I don't care much for the wrench racks. Haven't had good luck with those. This is all my personal opinion too, guys. Obviously, I'm just telling you what I think. A lot of this stuff, if I like it or don't like it, you might not like it or like it. It doesn't, you know, I'm just giving you my opinion. So, magnetic wrench organizer, that looks pretty interesting. The tool widgets I looked at are kind of similar to that, and they're less money than these. It's about the same as that. I believe, yeah, it's $25 for 14 tools, I believe, from the widget. They do look nice, but I haven't pulled the trigger on those yet. Home Ec cart, this is my cart. I paid 800 bucks for it. It's up to $1,200 now. That's this cart right here. Great cart, I really like it. I'm not so sure if I would spend 1,200 bucks on it, but when I saw it for 800, I thought that was a good deal. Maybe it'll come back down someday if we get control of this inflation stuff. Who knows? But tons of Milwaukee stuff. I mean, all pretty good prices. My Milwaukee stuff, generally, I either buy from JDT Co., the Jersey Discount Tool Company. Nick, you've probably seen his YouTube channel. Really good people. The guy's funny. I kind of like him. Some people find him annoying. I like the guy. I either buy from them or I'll buy from my Napa dealer, and he actually gives me better prices on some of these things. And once in a while, if there's a killer flash deal on Amazon or at Home Depot or something like that, those are other options. But those are my last options. I only do that if just some ridiculous deal that you can't pass up. I mean, when you're doing research and checking on all these prices, you definitely have to watch and see how that stuff goes and make your call on the spot. Because sometimes a flash deal lasts 12 hours or 24 hours, you got to go. If you can save 50 bucks, you know, that's something to consider. I mean, I like to try to give the business to a local Napa store if I can, but sometimes they just can't do it. Kind of like Dale, my gear wrench guy. Sometimes, like, I bought my wrenches for half of what he would have had to charge me because he said, you know, what he pays is way more than what I could have bought them for. So, and that makes me kind of sad. I don't like doing it, and I even talked to him about it, and he said he understands. You know, he'll even warranty them for me because he knows we have a long-standing relationship, and I do buy a lot of stuff from him, but I just can't buy everything from him. Kind of like exactly how it went down with Snap-on, but they got really mad about it. They weren't as cool about it as he's been. So, batteries, pretty good deals on some of these batteries. You get 2 batteries for 105 to 3 amp hour M12s, red lithium. Impact sockets, pretty good stuff. These are Milwaukee. They got tons of DeWalt stuff, air tools. I mean, super heavy duty stuff. Not too bad on prices. Some of these 1-inch tools, you guys that are in the heavy truck industry know, some of these 1-inch tools can be super expensive, so that seems pretty good. I've seen them $1,000, $1,100. DeWalt stuff, compressors, Ingersoll Rand. Oh no, that's Jet. Who the heck is Jet? I thought that was Ingersoll Rand. Looks just like them. Chicago Pneumatic. Oh, here's Ingersoll Rand above. 3/4 inch, 565. Not too crazy. Compressors, and they're up in the air. Like, they're always having different people build them for them now. You never know who's making whose compressors, and the market's constantly changing when it comes to that stuff. I do like the uprights. The long ones seem to just take up too much floor space, and they also get water contamination sooner. The uprights, the water contamination tends to stay further away from the air supply, especially if you're painting and things like that. Gloves. Pretty good deal on some mechanics gloves, 22 to 27 bucks. Plasma cutters, welders, welding masks. Some of these are pretty expensive. Got woodworking stuff, metalworking stuff, I mean. Drill presses and grinders. Seem a little pricey. I don't know who Jet is. Maybe Jet is a branch of Ingersoll Rand. They had it on the same page. Presses. Seats are super expensive. These things seem like they're way expensive to me. I was looking at them earlier. Personal cooling. We have a couple of these in the shop. The guys have them. They're in the way all the time, and they're expensive, and they only cool you within about, you have to be within about 6 or 8 feet of it. If you go further away, it doesn't really work much. And it blows moisture at you, which is weird. We're always complaining when it's humid how hot we are, but somehow blowing moisture at you cools you off. I think it's evaporative cooling. It's literally pulling temperature out as it blows the air at you. So even though the air gets damper, it's still 10 or 12 degrees cooler, and it feels really good when it's 90 degrees. You know? Pressure washers, you guys probably aren't interested in that stuff. Jacks, we're actually looking at getting a low profile aluminum jack so it's easier to move around. We're getting so many low riders in here lately that we need something that can sneak under a rocker that's only this far off the ground, because kids don't like their cars to ride nice and be reasonable to work on and stuff. They slam them to the ground and let it bottom out over everything, and then they come in going, I think something's bent. Yes, I'm sure it is, but we can't lift your car. Anyway, so engine hoists, not too bad. These are pretty well made. We've got some of their equipment, pole jacks and things like that, and they work pretty good. Carlisle. Lifts, we've got some lifts, not from Forward. Our lifts are either Challengers and some of the economy brands too, which are probably pretty similar to some of these. That's something for the shop though, not for you guys. Tire machines, you guys aren't worried about that. Balancers, that's something for the shop. AC machines, they are getting really expensive. $7,000. Some of these are more. They don't even give you the prices of these. That's how you know something's expensive, when they're not willing to tell you the price. Catch cans for oil drains, a lot of that stuff. AutoZone's pretty cheap. Harbor Freight is where you can buy this kind of stuff and get them for $6 or $8. I mean, that stuff you buy the cheapest you can. You're dragging it on the floor, eventually it cracks on the bottom and starts leaking. You have to buy another one. The heavy duty ones, you know, look at the differences personally and see if this thing's 3/8 of an inch thick or 1/4 of an inch thick, it's going to last you probably a lifetime in that, and it's worth paying the extra money. But some of the Harbor Freight ones I've seen are halfway decent, and they're going to last quite a while, and they're 25% of that price, $6, you know. What else? Scan tools, they got tons of scan tools, all different brands. Autel, all kinds of stuff. They sell basically everything as far as scan tools. They do have to order them. They don't keep them in the store most of the time. Front end parts they're showing you. Bosch scan tools they have. Carlisle diagnostic tools, which is someone else's rebranded items, you know, like usual. And there you go, guys. Uncompromising features and a compact design. Wheel alignments, and they got ADOS tools and all kinds of things like that. These are just alignment machines. There it is, guys. Quick overview of the Napa tool catalog. They got a lot of cool stuff in there. You could spend literally an hour or two going through that thing and looking at all the little. I just kind of breezed over it real quick, even though the video took a little bit too long. But if there's anything you think you saw in there and you want to know about it, just ask in the comments and I'll look it up for you. I'm going to probably get 3 or 4 things out of that catalog just to add to my tool videos. Selling my Snap-on stuff's really paying off well. So I'm putting money in the bank and I'm buying new tools, and my bank account's going up because I keep selling a few Snap-on items on eBay every week. Some of the guys here have bought some of it. So it's really working out. Seeing new tools and getting to play with new tools and try new things and having my bank account go up at the same time. Highly recommend it, guys. If you got a bunch of tools you're sitting on and you're not using, or you want to try something other than Snap-on tools, I'm getting about 30 to 40 cents on the dollar tops. I'm not getting half of the retail like I was hoping I would. Only a couple items got close to half. So they do depreciate quite a bit more than people want to lead you to believe. So take that into consideration too. What I'm doing is kind of crazy, and plenty of people have let me know that, but I'm having fun, man. I don't care. I'm watching my account go up and getting new tools at the same time. That doesn't happen real often. But I did spend a bunch of money on that stuff down the road 5, 10, 15 years ago that I'm losing now, right? Depends on how you look at it. Well, it's been a pleasure having you guys here. I've enjoyed it. I hope you had some fun. Torque that like button down at the bottom of the screen for me. I really appreciate that. It helps out the channel. Channel's doing great. I just had the best day I had a few days ago as far as subscriber gain. So that's really appreciated, guys. You guys are awesome. I'm going to see you in the next video, especially if you subscribe.